We got a lot of big news going on today. XRP price skyrockets to 5-month high. And I found this video.
So my prediction, about 1 year ago, I actually was here at the Singapore FinTech Festival, and I got in trouble when I went back to the office because the PR team said I had overstepped by predicting that within a year, I predicted that financial institutions like banks would be using XRP in their payment flows. And that was
Tell him, Brad.
a year ago that I made that prediction, and I got
A year ago, he made that prediction.
back to the office, and everybody was like, Brad, you're not allowed to say things like that. It turns out I was right. Steps by predicting that within a year, I predicted that financial institutions like banks would be using XRP in their payment flows. And that was
Tell him, Brad.
a year ago that I made that prediction, and I got
A year ago, he made that prediction.
back to the office, and everybody was like, Brad, you're not allowed to say things like that. It turns out I was right.
Brad said it turned out he was right.
Which I remind the team of. So now as I look forward a year from now, like what are the things that are hard for us to imagine being true? And not even specific to Ripple or to XRP's community. I think one of the things that will surprise us a year from now is that banks will be custodying digital assets.
Did y'all hear what Brad just said? One thing that might surprise you a year from now, that banks may hold digital assets. Well, I think that prediction has come true. The news has come out about Mellon Bank, the largest asset manager on the planet, that does provide custody services. First member in the building, Bobby Walker. Good morning, sir. Bobby Walker. So I got the clip for Brad saying, yeah, I made the prediction that ODL will flow
Directly. So my prediction, about 1 year ago, I actually was here at the Singapore FinTech Festival, and I got in trouble when I went back to the office because the PR team said I had overstepped by predicting that within a year, I predicted that financial institutions like banks would be using XRP in their payment flows.
Tell him, Brad, that might be too bullish for him. But also got a couple more clips, guys, that I found. This is a really good clip also, right here, from the legendary Dave Schwartz. And his thoughts on, do you believe XRP is a security?
Do you believe that XRP is a security or not?
I believe it's not a security, and for two separate reasons. So one of them is more sort of technical, and that's that every security that I've ever seen has been some sort of an obligation on a counterparty. It's something that you can that you at least allegedly can enforce against someone and get something for it. Like someone will give you money if something happens, or someone will do something for you. There's no such thing with XRP.
Do you believe that?
He said there's no such thing with XRP. Also, guys, huge news came out today. XRP surges to 5-month high. And we're going to talk about this. But within one of them clips, I found something really interesting to go off of what Digital Asset Daily said. You know, the difference between retail and institutional. What was XRP initially designed for? And we're going to talk about that also. We got a lot to talk about today. Oh, my top 3 picks for April. USDC new announcement. USDC new announcement. Brad Garlinghouse dropping gems. My top 3 picks. Oh, CZ's in hot water big time. All the focus on CZ now. We're going to talk about that too. And let's send the tweet out real quick. Let the world know we made it. We got a lot to talk about this morning. I am BuLLZiLLa, the hidden gem hunter, the portfolio melter. I am documenting my journey on the evolution of money. Trust in yourself is here. Good morning, my brother. So what we got? Let me see. XRP Surges. 5-month high. 5-month high. My top 3 picks for April. Hit link, we live. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, bullish family. Got a lot to talk about today, D. Rasta. Bank of Japan says CBDC needs to be ready to offer safe digital payment systems to public. Bridge currency, digital asset daily right there. Shout out to Dad. All them Dad clips and them venture clips went viral. What's interesting though, one of the clips that Dad talked about as far as XRP being for retail or institutional, what was the initial plan? And I actually had to cut one of these clips short because Dave kind of talked about it in one of these clips, which I'm going to release that clip after the stream.
Do you believe that XRP is a security or not?
I believe it's not a security.
And Dave says he believes it's not a security, and this is the news that came out today. XRP surges to 5-month high at some point. U.S. Security Exchange Commission has been giving Ripple problems for the last few years, and it's still crushing it. 5-month high. Here's what they have to say.
A pop with XRP, right? Which is another, and you also actually seen a pop with XRP, right? Which is another interesting component of this whole conversation, because when you look at efficiency and moving capital around the globe with our banking system, that's a very, very important aspect of the settlement side of things. And what's happening there is a lot of interesting insights as far as contracts, partnerships that have already laid the groundwork, that's playing nicely with regulators. And I think that's the other side of this conversation that we haven't had yet.
Contracts across the globe with regulators. We haven't had that conversation yet.
Yeah, I was actually just going to ask you about XRP, which just surged to a 5-month high, even amidst all this turmoil. But isn't that possibly just about the potential coming resolution to the SEC XRP case, which has been brewing for a while? And I mean,
what's this big rumor right now? What is the case coming to an end? Which is the rumor has it. Rumor has it.
That's how I read that surge.
Yeah, I think that's one piece of it, but for whatever reason, I like to unpack a little more of the conversation. And here's the other part. Whether they win or they lose, it doesn't matter, to be honest with you. They still have those long-term institutional partnerships in which they will still be able to move value across the internet. And in my personal opinion about this, and the way I think about this, is if they are made an example of, it's still not a bad thing, right? The world is stage. Let's kind of quote Shakespeare thinking about that. It's all right. Rather they win or rather they lose, they're still going to be able to play a pivotal role representing Bank of America and several other large institutions in moving capital around the world, providing liquidity to both those small and regional financial institutions. I think that's what we're seeing on the back end.
Good God, he dropping gems on her, ain't he? Trusting yourself. He dropping big time gems on her right there, saying win or lose. Bank of America is ready to go live with that on-demand liquidity. You got that right. What happened to my best way to start the day? Have no fear. BuLLZiLLa is here. True Ducal. Bullish Bird. Smash that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. The evolution of money.
And that was so my prediction. About 1 year ago, I actually was here at the Singapore FinTech Festival, and I got in trouble when I went back to the office because the PR team said I had overstepped by predicting that within a year, I predicted that financial institutions like banks would be using XRP in their payment flows.
Don't do it to him, Brad.
So my prediction, about 1 year ago, I actually was here at the Singapore FinTech Festival, and I got in trouble when I went back to the office because the PR team said I had overstepped by predicting that within a year, I predicted that financial institutions like banks would be using XRP in their payment flows. And that
be using XRP in their payment flows. We're going to move on to, guys. So basically, I did put a bunch of clips together from Brad Garlinghouse. I found a bunch of good clips this morning from Dave Schwartz, and we'll be releasing some of those today. And they go so good with the interview I did with Digital Asset Daily and XRP Venture. It's kind of got me starting to wonder, what was was XRP ever made for retail? Or just institutional, or was we able to get a hold of it because we're early pioneers in this asset class? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk more about that. But as of right now, this is the big news that's coming out about CZ. Trust in yourself. The biggest risk in the world is not taking any risk. Buying XRP, gold in the world that's changing really quickly. And the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risk. So buy gold, buy XRP. I'm backing trusting yourself on that. I'm not a financial advisor, but that sounds bullish. Now, everybody wants to know why CZ's in trouble. I remember this article in 2018, and I believe, is XL and XRP on fire? I was checking Sorrow, one of Bulls Chris T's token, but let's check top 10. Because Sorrow flipped green. Let's do top 10, top 20 real quick, because the way you guys are sounding out there. I know XRPayNet was green this morning. Today's crypto prices by market cap, the global crypto market cap is 1.13 trillion. XRP hit 50 cents, pumping 1%. How much is XLM pumping? About to find out right now. So BNB is at 310, XRP is at 50 cents. So we busted the resistance on what, 48 cents? Right on time, rude boy. Cardano number 735, Dogecoin and Dogecoin number 8, Polygon number 9, Solana number 10, $20 on Solana. Polkadot, guys, there is big things cooking with Polkadot, Parachain, Stellar. Behind the scene, Cosmos, USDC, they're working on something big. Also, this token that Bulls Chris T recommended called Sorrow. We're going to talk about that a little bit more today also. Tron, Justin Sun's under the focus of the regulators. Cosmos USDC connection. They're going to add this to the USDC chain, which I kind of seen that coming. Big time. Stellar is on fire. Jumped up to 9 cents from what, 7 cents? I think Stellar is on fire. Okay, Stellar is pumping 4%. I think it's up from like 7%. Let's see the charts on that real quick. Let's go to the 1 month. Okay, so we had a low 7 cents right there. 7. Jumped up to 9, almost 10 cents right there. And we're 0.095 on the move a little bit. Looks like pumping 4%. Yeah, we're all early pioneers. Welcome to the evolution of money. I am BuLLZiLLa. So you guys seen the clip from Brad Garlinghouse. Dave says XRP not a security, but I got some couple more clips I'm going to release after the stream that's really, really good. I didn't want to release them too soon though. The US actually, XRP token surged 8% over the past 24 hours to buck the market-wide decline following the U.S. Commodity Future Trading Commission CFTC filing against prominent crypto exchange Binance. And we're going to talk about that. XRP traded just under 50 cents in the Asian morning hours on Tuesday. So I think we're trading about 50 cents right now. Tuesday reaching a 5-month high. Its XRP Ledger network has seen fundamental upgrades in the past few months that may have contributed to the rise. However, a part of the bullish outlook came in some in the community said the classification of major tokens as commodities in the CFTC filing against Binance could mean XRP token was too a commodity instead of a security, as alleged by the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. That's pretty interesting right there. Ripple Chief Tech Officer David Schwartz has previously made the case for XRP token as a commodity, which I actually looked that up. XRP is a raw good that trades in commerce, and one XRP is treated as equivalent to every other XRP. That's pretty much the definition of a commodity, Schwartz said in a tweet in January. And actually, I think I did pull the tweet up. I believe I did. Or I could have just pulled it up on my phone and read it. I don't know if I pulled it up for the show. Oh, okay. That's a really good clip. Wait till I show that one. But I am going to pull this tweet up because it is a good tweet. It's an old tweet from Dave basically referencing XRP as a commodity. No part of XRP value comes as a security, says David Schwartz. And this is the original tweet they're referencing to as it being a commodity. But wait till y'all see the clip I show of Dave Schwartz and 𝕤𝕚𝕟𝕤 that I found. I don't know if anybody ever seen Dave Schwartz and 𝕤𝕚𝕟𝕤 on stage together. Now, this is the original tweet right here. Dave Schwartz, the great Joe Katz. XRP is a raw good that trades in commerce, and one XRP is treated as equivalent to every other XRP. That's pretty much the definition of a commodity. No part of XRP value comes from anyone else's legal obligation to XRP holders. Now, I know it's not going to take me back. Okay, take me back. Take me back. The market is mostly red. Flare prices at 0.02, up 30%. Is one of the few green. Trust in yourself. Dinosaurs, good morning, dinosaurs. Much love, my brother. Thank you for the love with the hoodie. You're a legend. Ripple has historically maintained its distance from its relation to XRP. The token that powers the Ripple products in the XRP ledger network. Any progression in the case causes XRP price movement. However, no, Binance CEO CZ was sued Monday as the CFTC alleges Binance offered unregistered crypto derivatives. Now, this is a big thing right here. Products has directed U.S. customers to evade compliance controls through the use of VPNs. I remember this was such a big topic back in the day too, when basically, well, when I first got in crypto, you could sign up for any exchange easily. But then I think as we started growing, there was different exchanges for different districts and all. And then there was like, you know, all kind of debate on how to access the exchanges, which people talked about, not me. I stayed away from that kind of talk. But anyway, CZ was sued Monday as the CFTC alleges Binance offered crypto derivative products directed by U.S. customers and directed U.S. customers to evade compliance controls through VPN. Now, and this is what I was saying about, I don't ever recall CZ and them saying, hey, do this or do that. So I think that's kind of false, though. But I think that was the gist of what people were saying in general. But anyway, the lawsuit filed by U.S. District Court of Northern Illinois on Monday alleges Binance operates derivative trading operations in the U.S., offering trades of cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tether, and BUSD. Now, what I thought was interesting about that is this. Not this clip. I'll show you this in 1 second. I think this is the article that made it all go bad for CZ in 2018. And I remember when this article came out, I was like, you don't want this kind of news coming out about you right now, especially when there was such lack of clarity around cryptocurrency. Many may not remember this article, but this is from 2018. Crypto exchange Binance more profitable than Germany's biggest bank, Deutsche. That's kind of like rubbing it in your face a little bit. Nobody wants to hear that. This who? Binance? CZ? They're probably like, who is that? Now, this year, in the first quarter in 2018, Deutsche Bank, Germany's biggest bank and one of Europe's leading financial institutions, recorded profits of 146 million. Binance, the world's biggest crypto exchange, recorded profits of 200 million. So already the scene was set right there. Binance versus 𝕤𝕠𝕘𝕤. Like, Binance surpassed Germany's largest and one of Europe's biggest banks in profitability. I knew CZ was going to be in trouble that day. It might have took some time, but I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Binance, the cryptocurrency startup that was non-existent merely 8 months ago, beat out leading bank that was established 148 years ago. So we're talking a company that was born 8 months ago, but we're talking at 2018 also, versus a company that's been here for 148 years. They don't like to see that. Does that make sense, Tyran, Copeland? I'm like, whoa. And then a startup with 200 employees beats out a banking giant with 100,000 employees. Now, this was kind of like in your face, what crypto could do and what was coming. But at the same time, I knew that traditional banks wanted a piece of that pie. They wanted to custody crypto and offer these services. So anybody that kind of offers services similar was probably going to be in trouble. Whether it's Sam Bankman, CZ, anybody that stood in the way. CZ at Binance, who's better known in the crypto space as CZ, wrote on March 3rd, Binance is the world's largest crypto exchange in the first 3 months from its inception. And the second quarter profits amounted 200 million. The third quarter is still in progress and is expected to have farther growth. Any country that can attract Binance to open a branch in their location will receive a handsome tax income revenue. So, I kind of agree. They've been kind of fair. They was fair to me. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I started with Binance, and I had a ton of crypto on Binance, and I was a little bit nervous. I was a little bit nervous about the amount of crypto I had on Binance, and if they wasn't gonna let me get my crypto. I mean, if I want to be honest, I wish I would have wrote them in that November of 2021 or whenever crypto was at an all-time high. But I don't think it was available then. I think it all got manipulated big time. Like, say, for example, when crypto was at an all-time high, there was no word of you can get your crypto at that moment. When Harmony was at 35 cents per 100K and Matic was at a couple dollars and our million dent challenge was at 14,000. Trust me, they was not releasing crypto then. Then something happened and we had a massive correction. And then all of a sudden the word was around, oh, right, Binance, you can get your crypto now. When it was not even worth less than half the value it was not even 6 months prior. I don't know if people can remember that. Basically, I wrote Binance and was like, can I get my crypto? And they was like, oh, you got 14 days to remove your crypto. Well, at that time, it wasn't even worth half as much as it was. I was like, what? Okay, well, at least I got my crypto. And then I had like 14 days to remove it. So this is kind of what I went through when I first signed up for Binance. But kind of what True Duke was saying. Like I said in my last chat, and I'll say it again, Binance has been better to the people than any other exchange we've ever had in its place. And I think I would agree. I would agree. Check out this clip I found with 𝕤𝕝𝕝 and David Schwartz.
Which ripples also.
Oh, well, hold on. Before we go to this, I want to show you guys this right here, what came out. This right here. This is the news that came out of why CZ is in trouble. I showed you guys why I believe he's in trouble. And this is the news that's coming out about it right now.
Changes from Coinbase to crack. US regulators have been cracking down on crypto exchanges from Coinbase to Kraken in recent weeks, but now they have the world's biggest in their sights, and this is Binance. Now, the allegation that the CFTC is alleging here, in a nutshell, is that Binance and its founder and CEO, 𝕤𝕚𝕚 𝕤𝕚, that's otherwise known as CZ, that essentially they allowed Americans to trade crypto derivatives. This is a banned activity in the US unless the crypto derivatives exchange is registered with the CFTC, but that is not exactly easy to do either. Regulators, they say that Binance deliberately chose over and over again to put profits over following the law. Binance, well, it disagrees. In a statement, CZ said that the CFTC's lawsuit is unexpected, and he also called it disappointing. Binance says it's been working with the regulator for more than 2 years and will continue to do so to cooperate with authorities in the US and elsewhere. As for what's next, well, Binance says it will respond to these allegations in due course. The CFTC, for its part, it is a civil government agency. That means that we can't expect to see any sort of criminal charges being placed against the individuals or companies that are involved here, but we could see some sort of penalties put in place.
No, that's kind of interesting. Basically, they were saying the CFTC is more like civil actions, not criminal, so there could be some fines levied, which right now they're debating on who is levying these fines, SEC or CFTC, which is kind of interesting. But like I said, when this article came out a few years ago, Binance more profitable than the biggest banks. They've had their scopes on CZ since that day. It finally came home to, like, what, roasters, as they say. I seen that coming a mile away. And now, yes, it is the biggest news on Bloomberg. And actually, CZ did respond. They did respond. I'll get to that in a moment. Tina Papa said he should pay an XRP. I'm with you on that. I remember that's how I first got my XRP, was from CZ. CZ, as far as, you know, you had to buy Bitcoin on Coinbase. You had to send it to Binance, and then you had to convert it for XRP. So that was pretty interesting then. But here's a clip from 𝕤𝕚𝕚 and Dave Schwartz.
States, we had to help. States. We had to help with specialized licenses like the BIT license, which Ripple's also involved with and has, and similarly, you know, an e-money issuer license here in Europe. States, we had to help with specialized licenses like the BIT license, which Ripple's also involved with and has.
Well, this is one of the clips I actually cut down a little bit because they actually dropped some big gems in this clip, and I actually cut the clip down like 3 times before the live stream because there's some stuff in here I want to talk about that goes off the interview I did with Dad, which I'm not trying to change the whole scenario of what Ripple's doing, but I think there is some questions that has arose, which I will talk more about those maybe by tonight or in a video I'll drop in the morning. But basically, 𝕤𝕚𝕚 right here. Now, 𝕤𝕚𝕚 got crypto ages you fast, doesn't it? Look how the young 𝕤𝕚𝕚 look right there. There's 𝕤𝕚𝕚 right there, Circle CEO, but he has Dave Schwartz right there with him. And he references, look, he got a baby face right there. He don't look nothing like that now, does he, Dinosaurus? And that's kind of like how I looked at banking on Bitcoin when they were all facing Ben Lawsky, who was the creator of the BIT license. But he referenced Ripple having a BIT license, a specialized license. Ripple already has a specialized banking or a specialized license. What's called a money service business license, and 𝕤𝕚𝕚 references it right there with Dave in front of him.
States, we had to help with specialized licenses like the BIT license, which Ripple's also involved with and
Now, what's kind of weird though, he says we had to have a specialized license, which Ripple has and is involved with. Now, does Ripple have it and involved with it? Because if you think about it, Ben Lawsky, who was the creator of the BIT license, was also a board of director at Ripple. So there's kind of like, there's like in between the wording here, could be some clues.
Which Ripple's also involved with and has, and similarly, you know, an e-money issuer license here in Europe. States.
So in base, you got to have an e-money license to move, and they got all the licenses. They got to have all the licenses. Ripple has the bit license. 𝕤𝕚𝕒𝕝 references. They got the license. I didn't even know 𝕤𝕚𝕒𝕝 and Dave Schwartz did a show together. This interview is pretty old. And I'll be having some more clips coming today that are mind-blowing. Mind-blowing clips. 𝕤𝕚𝕒𝕝. Specialized licenses like Ripple has. XRP, baby. Tell them, Jeremy. And that's USDC right there. Here goes Bloomberg on CZ. And I kind of wanted to go see what CZ was doing, because I wanted to see if CZ responded to all this drama. So here goes CZ's page right here. 8 million followers. And of course CZ follows BuLLZiLLa. He has to stay up to date going blind with the #1 crypto channel. So of course CZ would follow BuLLZiLLa and the Bullish family. Ain't that right, going blind? He said driving right now. So CZ, and if you go down here a little bit, they put, this response was sent to Senator Warren and Marshall on March 16th, 2 weeks ago. It has a lot of details. It's actually a pretty good letter. I'm not gonna go all the way through it because I'm gonna dive into the hidden gem. Binance shares its recent response to U.S. Senator's inquiry. The following is a copy of the letter to U.S. Senator Warren. It has transparent. We have been very transparent in our dealings with regulators, as well as give them insight into some of the challenges facing crypto companies. Binance supports the United States in its effort to come up with regulation and have government approach rather than current patchwork of laws. The global company Binance has prioritized local regulatory compliance as it has grown, including by obtaining regulatory approvals by operating licenses in many countries and regimes around the world. Consistent with the commitment to regulatory compliance and contrary to public reporting based outdated and incomplete information, Binance decided to launch a separate U.S. entity, Binance US. Now that's where it got real interesting, because I remember, oh snap, Binance US, like no way, because that's like, you know, there was so many things, like for example yesterday when it was Life's Tough. Is Life Tough here? Yesterday when he dropped a super chat, he was curious about the state of crypto. And there was just so many things that's happened over the years that reassured me that crypto is here to stay. One of them is Binance USA. Another one is the MoneyGram deal with XLM. 𝕤𝕚𝕒𝕝, Money Service Business License. Ripple, MSB, Money Service Business License. Ripple labeled a currency in 2015. So even though we got murky regulation, crypto is here to stay. Gmail says CZ ain't going back to flipping burgers. No way. Binance supports the United States. Binance takes compliance very seriously. Binance background. What's kind of gets interesting here too is Binance was launched in 2017 by a Canadian entrepreneur and several co-founders of the CZ family in Canada. And when he was 12 years old, after studying computer science, he went to the University of Montreal, Canada. In his position for Western financial institutions, CZ developed an early appreciation for cryptocurrencies as a transformational technology to facilitate access to financial system, historically for underbanked and unbanked communities. In 2013, CZ began pursuing opportunities in the crypto industry. CZ and several of his college colleagues set out to build a safe and user digital platform that will provide the highest quality service for cryptocurrencies. So this is like where it got really interesting, guys, where CZ went from like broke to rich like almost instantly. Something like Brian Armstrong from Coinbase. When it launched, Binance was a small startup that provided only crypto-to-crypto spot exchange services. Now, I think this is where most of the problem would kind of lie. Because when you got innovation being born, and we're talking about technology that's supporting the Internet of Value, and then they're going to try to apply these old Howey laws to new technology, that just doesn't make sense to me. Tom Seacast. welcome to the #1 crypto channel. Bam! If you guys can smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. We got almost 200 people here. We're reviewing what the deal is with, or what's going on with CZ under the focus of CFTC now. XRP, baby. So, consistent with this approach, Binance USA was announced on June 3rd, 2019. The platform launched on the 24th of 19th in compliant platform for U.S. users through both Binance.com and both Binance USA are ultimately owned by CZ, and CZ is a board member of Binance USA. That's where it gets kind of interesting, because some articles say CZ has no part of Binance USA, and then some say he does own it. That's kind of strange. And then remember they were saying that Crypto Kali, we uncovered the article where she was flagging his transactions because he was doing withdrawals, and the next thing you know, she got fired. We was like, hold up, what's going on here? And according to the time Binance USA was launched, Binance changed its terms of use to prohibit U.S. users and began informing U.S. users that they were no longer permitted on the Binance platform. Binance also began to implement KYC protocol. I actually remember that day too, when I logged into my Binance account and it said, we're no longer serving USA residents. I said, oh my, what? I had big money on there that day. I said, oh. But believe it or not, I still didn't sweat it because I knew I signed up legally with my license and, you know, everything. I did all the proper steps to prove it was my cryptocurrency. So I knew always one day I would be able to get it. And I was right. They did release the crypto if you were a USA resident. You just had to prove who you were. Dinosaur says he's tuning in from the car. Tell him, bro. Bam. So Binance saying they had a commitment to compliance. And we're going to move on that because the big story is this right here, guys. And I'll show you guys one more time for everybody just tuning in.
US regulators have been cracking down on crypto exchanges from Coinbase to Kraken in recent weeks, but now they have the world's biggest in their sights, and this is Binance. Now, the allegation that the CFTC is alleging here, in a nutshell, is that Binance and its founder and CEO, 𝕤𝕚𝕚 𝕤𝕚𝕚, that's otherwise known as CZ, that essentially they allowed Americans to trade crypto derivatives. This is a banned activity in the US unless the crypto derivatives exchange is registered with the CFTC, but that is not exactly easy to do either. Regulators, they say that Binance deliberately chose over and over again to put profits over following the law.
That sounds like what banks do. Now, there is a big article that came out this morning. I don't think I shared it, though, about the banks that, how many fines have been levied against banks. Matter of fact, this also came out about it, too. I said, regulators looking for CZ, Squawk Box.
A lot of times you would anticipate that a company would say, hey, these were some rogue actors who were doing this. In this case, you lay out in the complaint that this went straight to the top, to CZ himself. You have commentary or an exchange from one VIP team member who was trying to court some of these U.S. market players saying, hi, CZ, I went through a list of affected API clients. It includes a number of large strategic accounts, including, redacted here, a Chicago headquartered trading firm who is currently a top 5 client and 12% of our volume. Zhao's response to that is give them a heads up to ensure they don't connect from a U.S. IP, don't leave anything in writing. They have non-U.S. entities. Let's also make sure we don't hit the biggest market makers with that email first. Do you have Signal, which is a way of privately transacting messages back and forth that you can't track? If that's the case, if this went straight to the top, what would an appropriate punishment be?
Well, you know, as you know, we're a civil enforcement agency, and I think to your point, and something that has been pretty well known in the crypto circles now is that, and I've said this in my statement yesterday, not having a headquarters, not having a location is not going to prevent the CFTC from coming after you.
That's what I always thought about, like Bitcoin, though. Like, as far as like, why didn't they go after Bitcoin or basically like Satoshi? I always say because where would they find Satoshi? They could have went after the Ethereum Foundation, but then again, it seemed like Ethereum was already working with JP Morgan, so they were kind of like got the free pass thing going on. I guess the next person in line would be Ripple, right? We know where you can find them in San Francisco. I mean, I think they're just trying to figure out where CZ's located. They're not sure if he's Canadian or you know, if he's from somewhere else, you know. So I think Ripple was one of the easiest targets, easiest to find. Already paid the fine from 2015, but now they're trying to say, oh, it don't matter if you're decentralized, we'll fine you. They wasn't saying that years ago. Come on now, stop that. This guy looks more like a UFC fighter instead of the CFTC chairman. What's going on with this guy?
Something that has been pretty well known in the crypto circles now is that, and I've said this in my statement yesterday.
Oh, look at that right there. XRP, Squawk Box, CNBC, major news television. I can never get enough of seeing that. Cryptocurrencies flash across the screen on national television. Ain't that amazing, Shane? Guys, I'd like to welcome everybody to the best way to start the day. I am the Hidden Gem Hunter. What we do. Matter of fact, I'm about to release my top 3 picks for April also. Make sure you guys subscribe. Smash that thumbs up. We go live every single day. Best place to be if you're bullish on cryptocurrency for sure. XRP, even Dogecoin is up here. Not Doge. Stellar. Now, if I say my top 3 picks for April, I mean, guys, you see how quick we've been down the, I mean, how deep we've been down the Stellar rabbit hole with the Lobster Wallet, Done Deal Dixon. I mean, we've been finding big time connections with that. And so Stellar's going to be one of them. XRP one of them for sure, because I think settlement is due any day. Dad says 12 that day. Now, I don't think Bullish Chris T is here, though. No, I did go a little bit deeper on that one token he wanted me to check out called Sorrow real quick. This token called Sorrow, and the ticker is, let me see, I think it's XOR. Matter of fact, it's going to be down here, XOR. So Sorrow. Now, this token right here at an all-time high of $800. It's at $350 right now. And I just wanted to look a little bit deeper into this token because Bullish Chris T was recommending this token. And he's been here a long, long time. If you go to the all, you can see the all on it right here is $844 all and $3.44. It has low supply, 400,000 total supply. So I'm like, whoa, that's kind of wild. Now, what's interesting here, if you go to their website, this is their website, which you can find on CoinMarketCap right here. You go to the website right here, or you can go to their Twitter right here. I believe I got their Twitter pulled up, and the ticker is XOR. He said he's gonna whoop Gary Gensler. Yeah, the UFC dude. He looks like the UFC dude for sure. There's Sorrow right here, guys, and what's interesting about this token is it connects to Polkadot, which you guys know I uncovered the connection with Stellar and Polkadot now, which Stellar runs on USDC, which is a very big deal. So Sorrow Polkadot Parachain joined us by contributing to DOT to support the interoperability of the Sorrow network. So I'm like, whoa, the Sorrow network, that's kind of interesting right there. Sorrow Polkadot Parachain. Oh, we should have said XDC, huh, Alex, right? Because you see what Digital Asset Daily said about XDC as being the infant of XRP, and XLM said XDC is the infant of XRP and XLM. I thought that was pretty interesting concept there. No, happening soon, the PolkaSwap and Sorrow. And which one did I pull up here? Oh, okay, because I want you guys to know how big Polkadot is, so I did pull up this old article again. Cryptocurrency payment specialist Stellar is linking to Polkadot and its sister network, the Kasami, which is KSM, and the newly built Spacewalk Bridge. The bridge, built by recent Polkadot and Parachain winner, and Polkadot Parachain auction winner, and it aims to connect recent DeFi applications to foreign exchange. Stellar was at the top of the footprint as a partner in the likes of cross-border payment companies MoneyGram. The crypto's banking rails in the U.S. have been largely dismantled. Seasoned firms like Stellar and others are continuing to build out critical infrastructure to do the job elsewhere. The Spacewalk Bridge is now live on Polkadot's so-called Canary Network, KSM, and Polkadot version will be open with 2 weeks, according to the co-founder and tech officer of Torstein Starbar. The main point of the story is, guys, is this Sorrow connects, it's a Polkadot parachain token. Right here, Polkadot is a non-custodial AMM-DEX built on Sorrow network, focusing on interoperability to connect the rest of the crypto ecosystem to Polkadot, providing boundless liquidity. So, and this Sorrow is actually a pretty big deal. The Sorrow network is built, include bridges and other parachains. The Sorrow network has its own validators and adoption of parachains for Polkadot and KSM. The Sorrow network parachains will provide a bridge compatible for any subscription-based network. So basically, guys, this is just going to get bigger and bigger as the Stellar and Polkadot grows. And I believe this could be a hidden gem also. Shout out to Bulls Chris T on that Sorrow, or the ticker is XOR. I'm moving on. And actually, guys, not even 5 hours ago, happening soon, set a reminder if you don't miss out, PolkaSwap, Trade Style Freedom, PolkaSwap, Sorrow card, Tuesday, March 28th. So, Sorrow is coming to Polkadot. Bam, Sorrow. Polkadot, 3 more days, get ready for the wildest Polkadot adventure on Dot Safari. Sorrow, Polkadot, you guys get that. We've always been kind of bullish on Polkadot, the parachains. And now they're connecting to Stellar, so I'm even more bullish on that aspect. Bitcoin has certainly improved on its chart. I think it seems to be specific on what's happening in the bank sector. I thought this was a pretty interesting clip.
And we said that you talk about Bitcoin and crypto. Similar comments there? You think this relief rally is destined to fail as well?
You know, it's interesting that Bitcoin did confirm its breakout from the basing phase. So on the surface, Bitcoin is pretty interesting now from an intermediate term perspective. It's not something that we want to add exposure to at this time. It is short term extended, but now the support levels get ratcheted higher with the breakout that we've seen. So that former resistance around 25,200 becomes support going forward.
Did y'all hear that right there? Going blind, Team Green. So basically, guys, for people that don't know, 25K was our resistance on Bitcoin. Now they're saying going forward, 25K is our support, which could be a big deal for many of your favorite altcoins. Because, you know, if we break that 25 and we go higher, that only rises the altcoin market. So that's a pretty big deal right there. The former resistance at 25 now becomes the support going forward. I'm like, no way. Shout out to 68J in the building with the super chat. Thank you big time, 68. I appreciate the super chat. 68J, crypto for life. Live stream, 68. Thank you big time, my brother. I appreciate that. 68's a legend. 68. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I appreciate that big time. 68. Everybody's showing up. Team Green finally be able to take a break, catch the stream. What up, IBF? Have everyone great Tuesday. Great Tuesday. I thought this was a pretty big deal right here. Also, this is the VLO protocol, which they're talking about big time in our Telegram group. They're going crazy in our Telegram group over Velo. And also got a lot of good information that Lord Mike Collins has been sending me behind the scenes. And you guys got to check out our Discord. There's a lot of good information in there. Thank you big time, 68. I appreciate that, my brother. Rampage Bear says, take advantage of the market. 3 firms have options to raise the total commitment to over 100 million over the next 3 years. VLO Protocol. Fintech firm Lightnet Group, creator of blockchain-based cross-border payment infrastructure, has received 50 million commitment from investment group LDA Capital. Singapore-based Lightnet said it will use the funds to boost the cross-border payment through the VLO protocol and expand the protocol's technology. The firm has an option to increase the total commitment to up to 100 million over the next 3 years. Now, VLO protocol, developed by Lightnet partner Velo Labs, which It's all a big deal. It's focused on cross-border payment service. The protocol lets licensed financial institutions create exchange ℊ𝕠𝕘𝕤 assets pegged one-to-one with local currency with the native ℊ𝕠 token used to maintain the peg. That's kind of interesting right there. Maintain the peg. Oh, Lord. Maintain that peg. Oh, yeah, DJ Peter Voss. We got a lot of good news from Peter Voss. Thank you big time, Peter Voss. I appreciate the support, my brother. Oh, this just came out too, guys. Which, if you really think about it, since 2017, we've had some of the most bullish news. Like, for example, people may not know this, but behind the scenes, Fidelity has been mining Bitcoin and Ethereum since day one. Now the news just came out. Shout out to Peter Voss. Investment giant Fidelity has announced plans to hire for its crypto and token research team with ambition of managing 4.5 trillion in assets. 4.5 trillion, Fidelity. Plus, of course, they want to custody crypto. Well, I found on some Team Green's page. Shout out to Team Green since he showed up. Oh, no, Team Green's a hard-working man. I'm just messing with you, Team Green. I know you're a busy man. D-Ross said, please take a look at AXL, or what's that, Elixir? And this is a video demo accepting Bitcoin. I thought, okay.
So once you come inside, you'll be able to use the tablet here to do a Bitcoin payment. And the KWOOWN staff will just bring up their Coinos wallet, and they'll be able to punch in the transaction.
I think you're going to start seeing these everywhere you go. Oh, Elixir's going to be a good one. Going Blonde says he's bullish on that one too. As far as, like, they got a machine like this at Chipotle, I think. Like, basically, like, we're... I guess maybe like back in the day they would have to sign like some kind of thing with like the credit card companies and probably sign some Lord knows what kind of deal. But now with these smaller devices, they're kind of like merchant crypto ready, which is much the future.
Transaction amount that they want to charge. And I'm going to
the QR code. No one.
Bring out my phone and bring out my Coinos wallet. I'm going to go to the send page and click on the scan button to scan a QR code.
I'm not sure what's going on with that music, but basically, guys, a demo accepting Bitcoin right here. And, oh, yeah, the bullish clip right here, guys. This clip right here shut the internet down right here. We've been on fire with our
dramatically improving this.
We've been on fire with our clips. Y'all gotta say these clips have been on fire. Bullish clip from today's live. This was yesterday's live stream clip.
Of dramatically improving the speed.
Get them, Brad.
And the internet, as we know it today, was really about data interoperability. I can access any piece of data for anywhere in the world, whether it's a piece of information, whether it's a number. That data interoperability has really catalyzed lots of positive momentum for the global commerce and even global society. When we talk about money interoperability or value interoperability, that doesn't exist today. And if we can make value networks interoperable in the same way data networks are interoperable, I think there's a lot of secondary and tertiary impacts that are hard to predict, but could get very exciting. So in the same way that 21 years ago, I don't think we could have predicted that you could take out your mobile phone and click on your Grab app and have a car waiting for you outside in seconds or minutes or, well, fast. It's hard to predict exactly how some of the dynamics of dramatically improving the speed and dramatically lowering the cost of payments is going to have in terms of changing society.
In terms of changing society, low payments, better fees, welcome to the evolution of money. I'll never close this right here. Let me see. Close that. And let me see what we got. Guys, I definitely want to give a shout out to Digital Asset Daily. Make sure you guys follow Digital Asset Daily. Y'all seen any item on the channel. And I think I just want to show you guys one more thing before I get out of here. We're going to get out of here in 3 minutes. 3 minute countdown. If anybody got anything else they want to say or any questions. Shout out to XRP Bags. I seen Bags use this clip on his show the other day. This is where I interviewed Dave Schwartz. And I'm asking him about clarity in crypto. I'm like, okay. And this clip actually went viral too. Good God, 12,000 views. Get them, BuLLZiLLa.
Ecosystem now today from maybe a few years ago. I mean, do you feel like we've had a lot of growth where we're going in the right direction?
Do you feel like we've had a lot of growth, Dave? Are we going in the right direction, Dave? Let them know, Dave.
Yeah, I think the much as painful as the bear year was for me, I think that shakeout got a lot of the I have a white paper, give me $100 million. People
The shakeout got the weak hands out. Tell them, Dave, we shaking out the weak hands.
out, and or the people who are just like, I heard that it's raining money, I want to get in this field. No interest in building anything or even understanding the technology. Or I think a lot of those people got shaken out, and I think also it proved that there's more to this than just the speculative element.
There's more to this than just the speculative outcomes. Way more. Shout out to Dora. Dora showed some love. Shout out to Dora. She showed some love on the interview Venture and Digital Asset Daily. I just didn't want to say nothing then because I didn't, I was talking to them. Team Green showed some love on that show. Bulls Chris T also. Thank you, big time Bulls Chris T. Shout out to 6'8". Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. True Ducal, the mods, the members, everybody that's here today. No, guys, I did basically drop some love in the Telegram group this morning. In fact, we got a lot of good stuff from the Telegram group this morning. I basically be in the Telegram group talking because I'm trying this new thing on Monday through Friday where I just kind of stay focused on the news a little bit to try to work on the show. What do you mean? Let me see. My audio sounds good, right? I think it's what it is when I show the audio. You can't hear me because I played the clip and that's me talking to him in the clip, but it's not me talking right now.
Actually is an underlying technology. It isn't.
So you can't really hear me interviewing him talking too much, but you can hear him talking. Oh, check out this clip. Oh, good God, that thing is on fire. I said live in 5 minutes. Buckle up, bullish fam. No, I actually got this from our Telegram group. Now, who did I get this from out of the Telegram group? I meant to give him a shout out. Oh, was it High Def? High Def. I believe I got this from High Def out of the Telegram group. And he put this 589 truck on there. And I said, whoa, okay, I'll share that and say we're going live in 5 minutes. So live in 5 minutes, buckle up, bullish fam. Matter of fact, I think I'm starting something new too. I do the hashtag IBF123. But I think I'm going to start the hashtag bullish fam. Like they got the Tail fam or XRP Army. New thing, hashtag bullish fam. So basically, like for example, I'll show you why it's going to be, why that'll matter in 1 second. Because, man, shout out to Hodl Model. Gave me the idea. Shout out to Hodl Model. But as I go down here, okay, so I'll just give you a quick example. So say, for example, like this one clip I made with, like this one right here, for example. I could have put Bullish Fam on this one. This clip with Brad Garlinghouse is already at like 121 likes and 25 retweets. If I would have put Bullish Fam on that, then we probably got a hell of a lot of, Bullish Fam retweets, and then I believe that might have something to do with trending. Yeah, you got the link for the Discord, Mike Collins, and Mike is on fire too. That clip was on fire. There goes the interview I did with Dad and Venture, which is on fire. But what Dad had to say, or what Asset Daily had to say, was like, OMG. Oh, here goes the MoneyGram clip I made. All the clips have been on fire. Oh, here it is right here.
Or into those 7.1 million homes in the U.S. This is true interoperability.
True interoperability.
For instance, everybody talks about the digital economy helping the unbanked, but over 60% of the world's adult workforce participants, they work in the informal economy. And
the informal economy, but that's not the clip I wanted to show you. It's this last clip and we're getting at. This is the one right here. Good God, did y'all see Dad drop the heat on this clip right here? This got 553 likes, 140 retweets. Now this is Dad dropping
over and over and over again from...
And we're going to go out with this one, guys. If you guys can do me a huge favor, smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. We go live every single day. And this is Digital Asset Daily and XRP Venture and one of the best interviews. It melted the internet.
To me, this says we're ready. It could be as soon as April 1st, and here's why. As you know, and we've shown the video over and over and over again from Navin Gupta, where he goes on stage and he says, once we move past the noise of retail, you and I are retail. If you hold XRP and you're not a corporation, we're retail. So he says, once we move past the noise of you and me, then they're going to get into the enterprise, the institution, the wholesale, and they're going to move towards derivatives. If you hold XRP and you're not a corporation, we're retail. So he says, once we move past the noise of you and me, Then they're going to get into the enterprise, the institution, the whole move past the noise of retail. You and I are retail. If you hold XRP in your...
Well, wait till I drop the clip that I got that I'm about to drop after the stream, guys, that goes with this. I got an unbelievable clip I found that's going to top this one off.
You're not a corporation, we're retail. So he says once we move past the noise of you and me, then they're going to get into the enterprise, the institution, the wholesale, and they're going to move towards derivatives. What's been happening right now is a liquidity crisis. What's happening with every single bank you've seen the past week? They're closing down. They're done. The crisis hit them. All right, here's where it's going to get really exciting and real important very quickly.
Okay.
XRP was meant to save the financial world. It's the liquidity savior, so to speak. It's here to solve all the liquidity crises with a liquidity pool. It can go fast, it can go cheap, it can go efficient. Now, the largest thing that they're meant to do as Ripple is getting to the derivatives. What's the biggest derivatives concern and issue right now? Crisis. The Deutsche Bank.
The Deutsche Bank. And that kind of is interesting with the CZ thing. Bullish Chris Warren, thank you big time. Jamie O. Queen, Mike Collins, Gmail Brown. Bullish Chris Warren, good to see you, my brother. Much love.
Deutsche Bank, which is in the news
Team Green, thank you big time. Have a good day.
Yesterday and today for potential collapse, has the largest amount of derivatives on Earth.
Yeah,
so if you say like instantly overnight, oh no, Deutsche Bank's going to collapse, they have all the derivatives. If XRP wants to move past retail, they did by delisting in the USA. If they want to move into derivatives and instantly move up to 4 or 5 digits overnight, all they have to do right now is Ripple can go and say Deutsche Bank, boom, tomorrow XRP could be. To me, this
4 or 5 digits, and that's all it is. Tell him, Dad. Did you happen to see this one right here, Dad?
The internet as of dramatically improving the speed, and the internet as we know it today was really about data interoperability. I can access any piece of data for anywhere in the world, whether it's a piece of information, whether it's a number. That data interoperability has really catalyzed lots of positive momentum for the global commerce and even global society. When we talk about money interoperability or value interoperability, that doesn't exist today. And if we can make value networks interoperable in the same way data networks are interoperable, I think there's a lot of secondary and tertiary impacts that are hard to predict, but could get very exciting. So in the same way that 21 years ago, I don't think we could have predicted that you could take out your mobile phone and click on your Grab app and have a car waiting for you outside in seconds or minutes or, well, fast. It's hard to predict exactly how some of the dynamics of dramatically improving the speed and dramatically lowering the cost of payments is going to have in terms of, changing society. Dramatically improving the speed.
It wouldn't even make sense if I didn't finish my one I had to say here, because I had a top 3 for April. And I woke up this morning and what did I see? I opened my phone and what did I see? XRPayNet melted my portfolio globally. XRPayNet was on fire 6% this morning. Make sure you guys download the XRPayNet wallet, link in the description.